Beautiful collective, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Let's get straight to your messages. I am using the 22 Major Arcana. There are 3 blanks in here for me to figure out, or things that are need answering to. So let's go. There's one. Well, beautiful energy, the world. What's going on? Learning, the Hierophant, the world. This one. The High Priestess. One more, Spirit saying. There it is. And the Star. So, this is about the Hierophant, the world, new cycles. This could be ascension, a new world. This could be trusting your intuition, and this is healing. These are gifts. This is ascension. Let's see. Let's get you some angel numbers, collective. Collective energy. Collective. On target. 7-7. Keep your eyes on a goal. Divine will. Focus and intention. Consciousness in the result. Many blessings. 17-17. Expressing your gratitude. Helping your loved ones. Teaching and healing. Following your heart. Opening the door. Courage to move forward. Free access. Finding your way. Permission to intervene. 59-59. It's allowing the universe permission and giving permission for the universe to intervene in your situation. 6666 in good time. It's all happening for a reason. Support, empathy, kindness, understanding, and waiting. So, blessed changes. Messages from the divine about adventure, freedom, curiosity, new opportunities, and finding your life path. The colors. Reds, oranges, golds, yellows, greens, light blues, indigo, dark blue, purple, or violet. Well, we have all of this here. We have the oranges, we have the indigo blue, we have the yellows, the gold, the greens. We've got all the colors here. So, wow. So you may want to start wearing these colors. You may want to start wearing these colors. Let's go. Let's get you some financial messages along with this collective. Power of position. You're being promoted or called to lead. It's time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. So something could have been short term, but it's asking you what you're afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. A position could be temporary, so don't get too attached to it. But no worry, you're going to find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. Harmony. It's important for you to have a quiet, peaceful work atmosphere in order for you to thrive. Working at home or for yourself could be best. Passage. Your current situation is a mean to an end. You are making an uncertain voyage into the new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. You could be learning or teaching others. Signs. You're getting all kinds of clues and signs. Putting the pieces of the puzzle from the signs that you're getting. Pay attention to the coincidences you're experiencing. So the universe is definitely trying to intervene on your behalf. And the thing is to give them permission to do so. So let's see. Gratitude. So somebody, oh, whoa, my God. This is trust. You have the courage to succeed here. This is denial and this is envy. I am the same as everybody else, but with different challenges. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. What's going on? I want one of these cards, Spirit. Don't get carried away now. Collective energy. Martetu. Let's see what this says. I see woodpeckers are here. Holding a key. Let's see what this means. It says, when facing a choice, consider the responses available to you. What response would fill you with spiritual power? If you cannot yet sense a constructive, spiritually aligned pathway, shift your attitude to enter a state of positive expectancy from which a greater creative resources will become apparent to you. There is a way through a current dilemma that will open your heart to joy. But first you may need to disengage from fear and doubt. Give yourself permission to determine what your own inner state of being shall be. Okay. In the religious and healing practices of African Caribbean voodoo, an important distinction is made between that which should be tied or bound and that which should be left open. Novice women attending voodoo ceremonies tie a knot in their hair or on their clothing as a reminder. This closes an energetic circuit and prevents possession by the spirit summoned within the work. For 40 days during a period of training. So, in the spiritual tradition of the Himalayan religion, particularly Nepal and Tibet, numerous enlightened divine beings are depicted with nooses and ritual knives as spiritual weapons to bind or sever negative forces that would threaten to derail the spiritual progress of the aspirant. Spiritual growth certainly makes us kinder and more compassionate, but it does not necessarily make us nicer or more accommodating. Sometimes, if one has been taught to put the will of others above their own well-being, spiritual maturity has the effect of strengthening and stimulating our capacity for sacred refusal. Sometimes no is a divine word of blessing, protecting both the prospective enabler and enabled from sabotaging themselves. In situations where intentions are perhaps not so good, being based in ill will and laced with destructive forces of jealousy or envy, then such discernment and capacity is essential. Wisdom is knowing when to open and engage from a place of authentic vulnerability, and when it is wiser to disengage and assert a particular energy. A situation does not have your permission to enter the inner sanctity of your being. You are not judging the other person, nor refusing their innate right to choose how they live, but you are affirming your own right to secure the integrity of your energy and personhood. This is symbolically tying the knot or securing the boundary. It is just as important on the spiritual path to learn how to become more open and inclusive. To set a boundary is not an act of spiritual bypass or immature avoidance, nor is it shutting you off, making you a controlling or judgmental person. It is much a choice and expression of personal will to allow yourself to be used as a psychic trash receptacle for others' disowned emotional material, as it is to choose not to do so. So this is interesting as heck. So you have to ask permission. It's like permission not granted. Anything that is of lower vibration, anything that is based upon doubt, envy, jealousy, is not allowed around you without your permission. And it is not that you are being judgmental. It is that you are using a personal choice for your own spiritual ascension. It's like you are making a decision to not be bound. You are making a conscious decision to not be bound. You are not allowing this energy, this possession, to into your energy. Okay? So a lot of people may judge you because of the decisions you've made, but these are decisions for your higher good, for your higher will. If you recognize that something is an unhealthy attachment, of course you're not going to be bound to it. You're not going to allow this possession. Someone doesn't understand this. So someone is not understanding that by their denial and by their jealousy and their envy, that they can't understand why you are not bound. They can't understand why you are not bound. And if it's not for your higher good, you are not to be bound to it. Period. It's not that you're acting judgmental. Let's go. That's why you are courageous and successful. And someone is envious of your success. So somebody could have been doing some kind of spell work, or even their thinking. It's like they can't understand why you are not bound. Why you are not bound. How come you're not bound? Why are you so successful? I told you, why are you not bound? I'm telling you. You freed yourself. Look, you were divinely guided. And someone's very insecure here, and mistrustful, and full of grief that you freed yourself. They could have blamed you, accused you, stressing you out. This is no way to live. What's this? Somebody is holding on, and it's not you. Okay, look. Somebody could have just disregarded you like you were spiritual garbage. Very selfish, very arrogant, and very hurtful. Very confrontational. Controlling. This person wanted to control you, and they couldn't understand why you were not bound to them. I don't know if someone is doing voodoo or some kind of ancient rituals or whatever this is. You have the divine right to be free. You have executed free will. And it's like you have made a decision for the higher good. Like you're very confident, successful, but I mean, you're doing this from a higher heart space. So this person's stuck. They can't understand why you're not stuck. Like, you have the right to be happy here. What is going on here? This is divine intervention. Someone is feeling like it's just that you're choosing to be free. Someone can't figure out, like you've been called to lead, okay? Someone can't figure out why you're not bound to them. Why you're free, why you're not bound. How come you're not bound? How come you're not jealous? How come you're not envious? How come you're not in denial? This is ascension. You could have had spiritual intervention here. Free will. This is success, abundance, growth. You wanted to grow. You didn't want to stay stagnant. You chose to not be codependent. Someone's envious of the changes you have made. Fast acceleration here towards stability. It's like you are manifesting, and this person is angry that you are. Envious of your growth, envious of your legacy or your inheritance or your divine gifts. But this is fair and this is just. But they're full of hatred and resentment and envy. It's that you choose to be happy. It's that you choose to be happy. It's like you're coming from a loving place. So you're not doing things out of spite. You're not doing things out of vindictiveness. You're not doing things out of envy. You're doing things from a higher heart space. You could have ended a soulmate connection because of denial. Somebody could be in denial. Somebody could have been very jealous and envious that you ended a connection. I don't know. They're heavily burdened. See? And I think you I don't know, somebody was wishing ill will. Somebody was wishing ill intent upon you, on your relationships, on your success. And it's almost as if, I don't know if someone is actually doing spell work. I don't know if it's by their negative thoughts, their negative energy, but they're manifesting this upon themselves. It's like you executed free will. You did not leave a situation due to hatred, vindictiveness, envy, any of that stuff. You just ended something for your higher good. Someone had ill will here. Someone tried to keep you bound, or someone is trying to keep this person bound. They could be doing voodoo to keep them bound, but it won't work on you. It doesn't work on you. It's like the only thing that can possess is if you allow it. And you didn't allow it. So somebody could have been doing this on your partner, but they allowed that energy in. Lots of what about rebuking is all about. I rebuke that energy in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. I mean, you know what? No one can become ensnared unless you let yourself be ensnared. You've been divinely guided. You cannot get trapped by the devil unless you allow the devil to ensnare you. It's about these doors, you know. When your heart is in a pure space, you shut the doors to the enemy. And if this person got caught up in their lifestyle, they allowed it in. Nothing can ensnare you unless you allow it to ensnare you. No sense of this person blaming other people. Like, they open the door to the enemy. Okay, when the doors are closed, you cannot be ensnared. They open the door. And it was for your higher good. This is like your angels acting on your behalf. This is like divine intervention. Someone had ill will. Someone had ill intentions. And you don't have to stay in a contract when someone has ill intent for you. You've got to trust your divine guidance. Yeah, it's like they also have a choice to make. They can choose to stay ensnared in the devil's grasp, or they can choose to free themselves. But if they choose to free themselves, they gotta shut the door. They can't bring that energy to you. I want one more of these cards. Give me one more clarifier for this energy. Spirit, one more clarification for this energy. What is this? One more clarifier. Clarifier. Dragon Fae of the West. Let's see what this says. Amulet of Kula. Oh, wow. 37. Open your mind to the unexpected. This allows the universe to intervene on your behalf, just like I said, and set the most blessed manifestation in motion for your benefit. To surrender attachment does not mean that you stop caring or wanting things to be a certain way. It means that you're willing for the universe to show you the superior way to accomplish your mission. Such surrender will likely elicit a series of unexpected changes and encounters as the universe nudges you in the right direction. Know that you'll be able to manage all the twists and turns with skill. Believe in the goodness that is guiding you and trust your abilities. Your soul has been maturing and spiritual harvest is imminent. Soon you will realize that your time has come. That's what I'm saying. It's like having to surrender certain attachments and trusting the universe has a higher plan for you. And you have done that. Amulet of the Kurukulu. You are progressing through a spiritual transition. Psychic, emotional, and mental fluctuations and instabilities can be temporarily occur as part of this process. It may require more effort than usual to stabilize and ground yourself. Transitions are essential components of your spiritual path. They are necessary crossing points from one way of being into the next. Evolution. Transitions ultimately promise heroic breakthrough, yet they require a particular spiritual care, as the soul is more vulnerable to disruption during such times. You can utilize this knowledge to become attentive and generous regarding your spiritual protection practice, and in doing so, facilitate a smooth, significant, and successful transition in your life. A divine guardian is willing to watch over your path and ensure you safe passage. In shamanic traditions from the Himalayas to the Americas, throughout Asia and Africa, the color red is recognized as a signifier of possible danger, transition, and spiritual protection. An amulet is an object of spiritual potency, crafted with intention. It is an affirmation of trust in the capacity and the resourcefulness of spirit in our lives. Karkula is a red-skinned sorceress, goddess arising from the shamanic traditions of the Himalayas, lovingly embraced into the Buddhist pantheon as a semi-wrathful emanation of peaceful protector goddess, Red Tara. The red color is in Tibetan Buddhism serves as a dual function. It will attract, ponchate, animate, simulate, vitalize, and galvanize the energies that are beneficial and benevolent to a person or situation. Huh. To wrap something in a red cloth, symbolically speaking, is a way to isolate and weaken the negative while accentualizing, energizing, and empowering the positive. So you might be being asked to do such things. Putting, like, wrapping an amulet in a red cloth. It keeps away negative energy and amplifies the positive. That's a clue for some of you. So if you are being impacted by negative energies, you may want to get an amulet and wrap it in a red cloth and carry it with you as like a talisman to dispel negative energies and increase positive energies. Particularly me, myself, I ask the guides to do this stuff for me. I give my guides permission to act on my behalf. Like, a lot of people think that spiritualism is garbage. That's what it said. A lot of people think spiritualism is garbage. It don't mean nothing. Well, that's a closed-minded thought. It just is. It's impossible to believe that spiritualism does not exist. It exists. I'm not here to tell people what to believe or not to believe. But why is someone so envious, and why is someone in denial? Maybe someone was in denial that there was a spiritual realm, or that there are something bigger out there to answer to than by what they're living their own life. Someone thinks, oh, well, that's being very judgmental and you shouldn't be judging. It's called discernment, and you have to be wise in discerning. It doesn't mean you're judgmental. It means you are making a personal choice for your own life. You're not telling others how to live. You're making a decision and a choice for your own life. It's not judging other people. It's making a decision for your own path. So someone thinks, oh, that's garbage, that's bullshit, that don't mean nothing. Well, then I'm not here to tell people to believe or not to disbelieve. I'm only making a choice for my own path, such as you are making a choice for your own path. But why are they so full of envy? Why do they envy your choice? Why do they envy the choice you made? Why do they envy the success that you seem to be achieving? And when I talk about success, that is love, that is being open-minded, that is being willing to accept that that there's something else out there besides ourselves. for real. If they don't want to believe it, that's their choice. There's nothing we can do about that. But I do know what you put out into the world is what you get back. Take care.